Hi you guys, how are you? I wanted to show you this quick teroscope that I did relating to the plea deal that the judge accepted today out of Florida from Joel G. I had a lot of questions about it because the judge had to accept the plea deal, and then it was the thing about Joel receiving it, and then Joel as a wingman to Matt Gaetz, Matt himself, and then those two people, Nestr, who he claims is his son since 2012, long backstory, it's weird, and then that woman May, I'm just going to call her May. She might be the sibling to Nestr. There's a lot of questions that I have because in my last live I described how I had suddenly a very violent, angry vision come to me. Just the energies were pulsating. Long story short, it ended up being Matt, furious. I traced it back to Nestr and May. So this teroscope has more to do with building on those questions. What are the roles of May and Nestr related to the plea deal and the FBI? Which eventually led me to this particular teroscope. This one is about Matt. What are his thoughts and feelings, his attitudes right now towards Nestr and May? And he seems really smug right now. 2 nights ago, he was out of his mind angry, but he's really smug, like he thinks he's on top of this somehow. I don't know. This teroscope was a bit shocking for me, so that's why I'm showing it to you. So these are the 2 cards, if you want to think of the card of the reading. But this is what's giving him life to what's on his mind today about Nestr and May. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Somehow, May has always been kind of like a back channel runner to the rusher, to another foreign country, relating pentacles, money, data, quid pro quo. Also, underage women, money. The 9 of Cups reversed. This is supposed to be the wish card. Nestr and May are a liability. They couldn't make this wish come true. And this may have implications with the Trump crime syndicate, because this is also the Trump campaign. This is underage women too, paying for that. So about Matt's attitudes, these are the primary things. What does Matt think about them? Primarily the High Priestess. The big secret surrounding those two in relationship to the plea deal with Joel. There's something going on here. This High Priestess also showed up in the same position of who are you? This came up with the FBI and Nestr. It also showed up crowning Joel as Matt Gaetz' wingman. And it showed up as a secret for the FBI with Joel Greenberg. So there's a lot of implications here. The secret regarding May and Nestr for Matt, this is the secret. It has to do with the government. So those two were involved with the government, the hidden enemy. The Queen of Cups reversed. Now, this is 2 things. Overthrowing the United States is kind of like a back channel, whatever they were doing, overthrowing the rules of the country, hurting the country. But the hidden enemy too, I think there are some threats going on with people's lives, maybe with May herself. If word gets out that he harassed her, threatened her, if word gets out about her, he's ruined. This area of networks is actually, the astrology said, This area of secrets and hidden enemies feeds the networks. And this secret with the government is coming to an end. And this area, this is pointing to your friends and networks here, is also coming to an end. So this card, which represents everything coming to an end, is the Death card. So Matt sees May and Nestr as principally responsible and related to the downfall of his networks. And he's going to try and reinvent some stuff here. What's crowning Matt with Nestr and May? There you go, the star. I was shocked to see the star in this position for Matt. This star card showed up in this area of identity, who I am, with the judge accepting the plea deal. So this has to do with the plea deal. We also see the star in one other place, in this area of secrets, things coming to an end, and that is the plea deal and how Nestr himself relates to it. So Nestr and the sister are key figures with what's happening in the plea deal, but especially Nestr, and he's the one, every time I tune into his energy, I think he was like violently roughed up, and like I feel like he's been kind of having a hard time coming to his senses, or maybe he's drugged up somewhere. It's really weird. So over here, the 9th house, this has to do with law enforcement, faith. Matt had 8 of Swords reversed. That's usually clemency. So someone here has clemency. The astrology said look down here to what's at the root of this clemency. And we have someone got clemency because they cooperated and gave the goods of what's going on. Not only here in the U.S., but far away, overseas. Things that would come in from overseas. Matt sees Nestr, especially, and May, as getting a deal, clemency, with law enforcement because at the root of this, there's Mars, are aggressively, probably cooperating and giving up information. Shared resources. Oh, both of these go here. Shared resources. Think of like debts, well, taxes, espionage, shared resources, money, quid pro quo. Regarding Nestr and May, Matt had the King of Swords. This would be the law. This would be the courts. I don't think anybody else had anything here, but this is the implication for him. He's worried. 7th house partnerships or open adversaries regarding May and Nestr. They're bad news, and he's toast. Totally toast. For Matt, in his 6th house of public servants, military investigations, intelligence, he has the Tower card. This is really affecting his job and probably the whole Republican Party. 5th house of the Sun, regarding May and Nestr, he had the Devil. He sees them as the devil. Are you kidding me? He's the one that got them blocked in, but he is totally chained to them. He is chained to this. He cannot get out of this. Like I said, 4th house because of the communications that are going on. The 3rd house, his communications, agreements, how he took things and blended them to make it seem like something different. I think this is also could be the extra charge that he has for tampering with witnesses. Got on that 3rd line party line to give him a hard time. 2nd house, income gains, substance. Matt is caught. He's in a world of trouble. I want to look at this Death card. I haven't used these cards in a long time. Kind of cool. Things coming to an end with his networks. What does this mean for Matt? What does this mean for Matt with this Death card? With the King of Cups reversed. We have the Empress reversed. And we have the Sword of Truth coming out. And he can't fight back. Look at all these reversals. So I take this as the Russia or what other foreign country he was working with as far as trafficking or exploiting minors. He's done. He's absolutely done. And I wanted to know more about this Tower card. He's having a major problem with his job as a congressman. May and Nestr are affecting you. Why? We have, he is spinning around in circles, that Eight of Cups reversed, the Four of Swords reversed. He is really unstable and shaky. He's like out there. He doesn't want to be out there, and he's being forced to deal with things that haven't fully developed, and he hasn't been able to fully put his ideas together about it. Justice reversed. He has no way around it. He's kind of screwed. Okay, well, that's it for now. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.